Hi, Wolfpack fans. Tony Haynes here, and welcome to GoPack.com. And right now, we're going to introduce you to your new offensive coordinator. His name is Eliah Drinkwitz. Coach, welcome to NC State. We're excited about having you here.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here. This is a great place. Coach Doeren has been very welcoming so far. Great to be a part of Wolfpack Nation or whatever we're going to call it. I'm going to learn it, and we're going to be ready to say it.
Yeah, Wolfpack Nation works.
Now,
the fans watching right now, here's the burning question. They want me to ask it right off the bat.
Okay,
stylistically, what kind of offense is NC State and the Wolfpack fans going to see when the Pack takes the field in September?
Well, here's the thing. There's three things that we strongly believe in our offense. Number one, we're going to control the tempo of the game. We're going to be able to play as fast as anybody in the country. We're going to be able to be a no-huddle football team, but we're also going to be able to control it. When we need to slow it down, get into a rhythm, keep the defense off the field, we're going to be able to do that. Number two, we're going to be attacking style defense. We're going to attack the defense for 4 quarters. It's going to start with a physical downhill run game. We're going to throw the ball vertically down the field, and then we're going to have those funk tricks and specials that everybody gets excited about, double passes and all that, reverses. And then the third thing, it's all about execution. Every player, every play, executing their assignment the way the coaches have coached them to do that. There's going to be great detail, and those are the things that we're committed to. It's going to look very different than what we've seen here before, and then there's going to be similarities too. But it's going to be an exciting brand of football. We're committed to fundamentals. We're committed to doing the little things right. But those are the three things that you're going to see: control the tempo, attacking, and execution.
I know you were influenced by Gus Malzahn at Auburn.
Yep.
There were other influential figures I know in your coaching career. But I look at watching football over the last 40 years. Everything seems to be cyclical. You know, there'll be a style of offense, the defense catches up, and then the offense adjusts. But this up-tempo, spread, zone read type of thing seems to stand the test of time. Do you think it's always going to be that way?
You know, football is cyclical, and I don't know, I haven't watched it for 40 years, but I do know this: football always comes down to execution, and it comes down to being able to run the football, and we're going to be able to run the football. So it's not going to be a spread finesse football team. It's going to be a downhill, run the football, and we're going to be able to attack people that way. I do think you know, being able to control the tempo of the game is a key element to that, whether it's being able to play fast, or if you look back and you watch the Oregon-TCU game, there's a chance in that second half Oregon's wishing they could have controlled the tempo a little bit more in the second half by slowing it down. And we're going to be able to do that. Our guys are going to be comfortable with that. But again, very excited and can't wait to get started with our guys.
Do you prefer a dual threat quarterback?
You know, the beautiful thing about this offense is it's a system that we're going to put in, and then we're going to play to our players' strengths. We're going to play to our quarterback's strengths. And so whoever is the quarterback, whatever he does well is what we're going to do. In this system, the very first year at Arkansas State, we kind of had a dual threat quarterback in Adam Kennedy. Last year at Boise State, we had a dual threat quarterback in Grant Hedrick. This year, Brett Rippon took over. He is not anything like a dual threat quarterback. He's a pocket guy, and so this offense can be tweaked towards his strengths. It's a quarterback-driven offense, and that's the most important thing to understand. So whatever his strengths are, that's what we're going to do. If we got Peyton Manning and he wants to come play here, we'll make sure the offense fits his skill set very much. Or you know what, I'd take it even further. If we got Phillip Rivers and his skill set here, we'll point it in that direction, okay? If Russell Wilson comes back, we can point it in that direction very easily. So we're not going to turn away great players just because of one style or another.
Yeah, it's two pretty good ones, and they're different styles.
They're very different styles,
no
and
question.
both of them are tremendous players in the NFL, and both of them went to NC State, and I can't wait to meet them and let them teach me a little football.
How do you go about implementing this offense and introducing it to the players?
Well, it's very simple. You know, we're going to spend the next couple of weeks recruiting, but I've already been meeting with our guys and getting them used to what we're going to do and the style we're going to do it. We're going to try to make sure that this is as friendly to them as possible. So if there's something in the old system that was called this, we'll figure out if that applies. If not, then we'll start implementing. We'll start at the base. One of the best things about this for me is I've been able to install this system at 3 different places, and so it's not new for me to do that. I know how to strip it down to what we call our DNA, and you always got to lay a foundation. So we're going to lay the foundation first, and then we'll start adding on top of it. You can't start at the very end. I know everybody wants that finished product right now. You don't start there, okay? You start at the very bottom. You establish the DNA, you get committed to the fundamentals, you execute the DNA, and then you build on top of that, and that's what we're going to do.
Coach, I believe everyone has an interesting story. What's the story behind your decision to get into coaching?
Well, my parents wanted me to be a lawyer, and was a very academic student. growing up. But I had several high school coaches that were very influential in my life, and I felt like that I was very good with people, and I wanted to use sports as an avenue to affect young men. I guess probably the most interesting thing is 10 years ago I was the 7th grade coach at Alma Middle School, and I thought that was the best job in the world, and was excited to be there. And as the Lord has blessed me, I've just been able to take other jobs, and now I couldn't be even more excited or feel like I'm more blessed than to be at NC State and to be a part of Wolfpack Nation. Unbelievable. It was not even a blimp on my radar screen, and then all of a sudden this happened. So to me, that's the interesting thing, is that you're talking to a guy that was 10 years ago was coaching 7th grade football and junior high track, and thought I had the best job in the world. And now, again, after 10 years, I feel like I've got the best job in the world as the offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach at NC State.
It has been a very quick ascension, no doubt. I mean, 2010 for you, it probably seems like yesterday. You were at Auburn when Auburn won the national title, and they had a guy named Cam Newton at quarterback, and now our fans here in North Carolina that follow him with the Carolina Panthers. You saw him in college. Is he doing everything now that you expected Cam Newton to do?
Absolutely. Cam Newton was one of the best leaders I've ever been around, and every time I talk to our quarterbacks about, we have 5 requirements to play the quarterback position. The 5th one is leadership, and I always point to Cam Newton and the things that I saw him do as a leader for that football team, rallying the team around him, the extra time on Saturdays that he would get wide receivers, Cody Burns and Terrell Zachary. Cody Burns now the wide receivers coach at Arizona State, but he would have those guys in on Saturdays working with him while everybody else was doing other things. So he's an incredible leader, incredible football player. Couldn't be any more proud of him. And yeah, 10 years ago we won the national championship, and now I hope he goes and wins the Super Bowl.
What caught your attention when Coach Doeren first reached out to you?
Wow. NC State, yeah. North Carolina State, ACC, Coach Doeren's winning past. I knew him from being at Northern Illinois. When I was transitioning to Arkansas State, Northern Illinois was playing Arkansas State in the bowl game. Knowing about his pedigree as a head football coach, had won a lot of games at Northern Illinois, and something that makes me tick as a coach is going somewhere and doing something they haven't done in a long time. At Arkansas State, we won the first bowl game in school history. At Boise State last year, we won the first Mountain West Conference championship in school history. And so an opportunity to come here and do something that we've never done before. I don't know what that is yet, but as a staff, we'll get together and figure out what that goal is, and then we're going to work 365 to make sure it happens.
Tell us about your family.
Man, I've got an unbelievable wife, Lindsay. She's the rock. I've been married to her for 10 years. She was my high school sweetheart. We're both from Alma, Arkansas. I've got 2 wonderful daughters, a 5-year-old named Addison and a 2-year-old named Emerson, and they are very excited to be moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. I've been telling them that it's close to the beach. So my 5-year-old is out telling everybody in Boise that we're moving close to the beach because that's what she's excited about. I think my wife has rubbed off on her about that. So they can't wait to get here, and we're just fired up to be part of the Wolfpack.
You're going to love this place.
I already do.
Good to see you.
Good to
Eliah
see you.
Drinkwitz, your new offensive coordinator at NC State.
One pack, one goal.